I'm Taimur Nabili with the top stories on Al Jazeera. Pakistan's military has launched an all-out offensive against Taliban fighters in its northwest frontier province. The army says its ground and air campaign in the Swat Valley will include 15,000 troops. The United Nations says the fighting's already forced up to 500,000 people to flee their homes in the last few days alone. This latest round of fighting follows the collapse of a 3-month-old peace deal between the Taliban and the government. Our correspondent Kamal Haider says the situation in the Swat Valley is becoming desperate.
The aircraft were over the skies of Swat last night, but there was no bombardment runs, and the curfew is still very much in place now. Harrowing tales of people who have been running out of that region. This morning I spoke to a banker whom I had met just a few weeks ago in Swat, and he told me with tears in his eyes that he was an IDP today and needed help. That is a desperate situation, as hundreds of thousands of people are uprooted. They have nowhere to go. They do not know where to seek help. And all this is happening at a time when the ruling government of Pakistan came with a promise of food, clothing and shelter to the people of Pakistan. Instead, they find that the only clothes they have are the clothes on their back.
The U.S. military says the estimated death toll from a U.S. airstrike in Afghanistan last Monday have been, quote, extremely over-exaggerated. This after a local official in Farah province, where the attack took place, said he collected the names of 147 victims. Earlier, U.S. officials had blamed some of the deaths on the Taliban, saying the group was using civilians as human shields. A leading humanitarian group has documented what it says are repeated attacks by Sri Lanka's military on hospitals in the northeast war zone. Human Rights Watch has released images, witness statements and a timetable of more than 30 artillery and air attacks on the region since December. A spokesman for Myanmar's National League for Democracy has told Al Jazeera that the party leader Aung San Suu Kyi is ill and has left her house in Yangon. The NLD spokesman says police have arrested Suu Kyi's personal doctor, and he's been missing for 2 days. You can get much more detail on those stories and the rest of the day's news by going to our website, aljazeera.net/English.